Hello everyone, I'm a film major that never watches any films, so I'm watching a film every single day. And today I watched a Studio Ghibli movie called Whisper of the Heart. Now this one's a lot different than all the other kind of Studio Ghibli movies. Usually Studio Ghibli has a lot to do with like nature and animals and kind of like preserving nature. That's a lot of the messages within the Ghibli film, and about how we interact with not only ourselves and other people but with nature as well. But this one does not have any of those nature themes, and that's because it's actually only co-directed by Miyazaki. The actual director was Kondo Yoshifumi. I think that's how you say his name. I'm not 100% sure. But basically, he's lifelong friends with Miyazaki, and he wanted him to make his own movie when he felt he had a strong enough story, great enough script and everything. And this was the movie that they made, and I love it. This is actually my favorite movie of all time, so spoiler alerts on the rating, I guess you can probably already guess it. But this deals a lot with kind of finding oneself. It's about this girl who's going into high school, and she doesn't really think about the future. She doesn't know what she wants to do with her life. She doesn't seem to excel in like her homework. You know, she does good, but there's nothing that is like grasping her. The only thing that really stands out about her, at least to herself, is that she is a bookworm. You know, over the summer, she is trying to read like 20 to 30 books over the summer in the 8 to 12 week period, whatever it may be. And so she's just trying to kind of just do that. That's her only goal in life right now, is just, oh yeah, I just gotta read some books before school starts. She likes to write poetry, she likes to write songs. Even though she's not a musician herself, she likes to kind of be in that kind of creative space. But her life is challenged when she meets a boy in her town that she interacts with, who is going to be moving out of state to Paris. I believe it was maybe Italy. I think it's Paris. And he's going to become a violin maker. So he's dropping out of high school in order just to pursue a job. He has his life figured out, and he's gonna move away, and he's gonna do it at the ripe age of like 13. And this kind of sends her into a bit of an existential crisis, because she doesn't know what she is supposed to be doing with her life. She hasn't explored anything. All she does is just read books. And she likes doing some creative things, but she's never actually made anything other than like for a project or for someone else. So she's never made something for herself that she wants that to be her life goal. So she gets inspired to try and refine herself and to refine her life by just doing the scariest thing of all, and that is trying at creating something. And she dedicates herself to writing a book. You know, her grades drop, her family starts disapproving of her, things get messy around the house. So everything in kind of her life that she is kind of set in, is normal, is routine, gets shaken up in order for her to try at her creative expressions. And yeah, it's just, I don't know what it is. Something about this movie just always touches me. Maybe it's because I don't have a path in life, and I can relate to the idea of, you know, that longing, that feeling of needing to try at something creative and then never actually putting my 100 and my all into it, in fear of my life being shaken up in all these different ways. And maybe at, you know, a younger age, at like 13, going into high school, that's probably the opportune time to do it. But I don't know, just something about this just always hits me emotionally every time. I've only seen it like a couple times, but every time it just hits me deep. And I don't know, I feel like this is just a beautiful story about coming into one's own and finding fulfillment and refinement in life, however that may be. And it's different for some people, but the main character, it's in creative lenses, and I feel like maybe that just strikes me personally. But I think this is one of the best movies of all time. This is a 10 out of 10.